Well, we've pretty much done all of our transfer business and we've gotten through all of the pre-season friendlies, so that means only one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 4. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Let's Go Parma. I'm Stubo. Thank you for watching today's episode where we are going to be playing the first two games of the season. Those games being against Atalanta and Sassuolo. If that sounds like a good plan to you, please do leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel as well for more future lovely Football Manager content. Nothing has happened since you were last with me. It is literally the same moment when I finished recording. As a result of that, we still don't have any answers in terms of Martin Rabo. He has been put back up for transfer. We haven't put him on the transfer list, but we have offered him back to Manchester City to see whether they will go for his release clause. Whether they do or not, I don't know. I've kind of resigned myself. I'm not recording this immediately after, I should point out, although I am wearing the same t-shirt for continuity. I've almost resigned myself to the fact that we're going to lose him. I don't want to lose him, but I've almost accepted that it's going to happen. So, if that happens, if the offer comes in, we'll deal with it however we deal with it. But, for now, that's not what we're concerned about. Well, actually, before we get to that, the one reason I'm not so bothered about it is because of this chap, Filippo Don Vito. He not only looks amazing, I mean, look at some of his stats already are incredible. And as a result of those stats being incredible already, I'm kind of looking at him thinking he could be our very own Martin Rabo. If we can get him to the point that Martin Rabo was at. I mean, some of his stats are already so much better. I mean, if we compare them, it's not comparable at all in terms of overall, but if we compare some of their stats, you can see straight away there's some points that already stick out. He's quicker, he's better mentally, better technically. He's not far off him aerially, not far off him physically. Vision's the same, defending's the same, technique is far better, I think I already mentioned that. His aerial ability is the only thing that lets him down. 6'1" for Martin Rabo does give him a bit of an advantage, but then this guy's only 15. He will grow. He's got 3 years on Martin Rabo, and he's already not far away from him. But look, his dribbling and his first touch, so much better. So much better. Finishing's not far off, composure's not far off, his technique is not far off either. His flair is better, his teamwork is better. Yes, his vision's not quite as good, but I genuinely look at him and think, do you know what? If we lose Martin Rabo, it might give this guy a little bit of game time. I mean, I don't know what level we at the moment. We're at the Serie B level. Yes, he's got a bit of an injury-prone stuff, but I think Martin Rabo has as well. So he's literally a like-for-like replacement. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. It is time for the first game of the season against Atalanta, and this is going to be the 11 we're going to be using for that game. It's Dragowski in goal, Sambia, Perez, Thiat, and Cambiasso in the defence. Monchu and Castrovilli in midfield with Man, Karabek and Tino supporting Luca up front. We were going to start Bargi, but we haven't started him purely because he's only got 75 minutes, so I'd rather bring him on as a sub and building up to the first team that way. We're also not starting Leo Grimal. The reason we're not starting him is because he's on that heavy workload. I'm trying to manage the workloads a little bit better at the start of the season this year, because we've got a few who are on heavy workloads. We did have quite an intense pre-season, 8 games in about 4 weeks. We crammed a lot in there, and I do want to make sure that the team is nicely spread out. I also want to make sure that we rely on the squad, which we were doing at parts last season. We were relying on the entire squad. I want to make sure we keep that up and don't just go with the first 11, and I think we've got the depth to be able to do that now. So we're going to get into the game and see whether we can open the season with a lovely 3 points. Let's go. I'll open up by saying it's a bit of a gamble to start Perez in the first game of the season instead of Grimal, but I really want him to hit the ground running, so we are giving him a chance to do just that. And we've conceded almost immediately from a corner. Oh, that's annoying. Well, that's not the start that I was expecting. I mean, Atalanta are a decent team, so they are capable of beating us, but Demiral, who, I've got to be honest with you, if we had a bit more money, I would have looked at him as a signing. He's someone I really want to use at some point, but just don't have the money for him, really. That's a very disappointing start, and I would quite like us to put it right, if that's okay. Like I was saying, bit of a gamble to start a new centre-back in this game and not a player who has been kind of listed in the save as being one of our best players. And certainly in the first couple of seasons he was. But again, just worried about those match workloads. Want to try and avoid injuries as much as possible. Karabek has moved through that. That's a lovely bit of movement. But we have not got as many people forward as they have got in defence. But it doesn't matter because Lorenzo Luca's in. He's gone down in the box. The referee is not interested, though. It was a dramatic dive. And sometimes they get given. Not on this occasion. Right, Sambia now. Gets it into Dennis Mann. Mann, back to Sambia. Whips in, looking for Luca. And Lorenzo Luca does put it in the back of the net. But the question is the referee going to give it? I don't know. There is apparently a way to check with either the referee or the linesman. And you can tell from that. I've not figured out what that trick is, because I kind of like it being a bit of a surprise. But it has been given, and Lorenzo Luca opens his account on the first day of the season. It's I think it was a Sambia cross, wasn't it? It's a lovely little cross here. I don't know what it was meant to be given for. I'm not interested in seeing, because all I care about is the fact it was given. And we are 1-1. Lovely stuff. If we can get another goal and go in the lead, that would be fantastic. Koopman is in the Atalanta defence, in the Atalanta midfield is interesting, because he is a very, very good player. And he usually, in my FMs, usually ends up at a top club. I'm not saying Atalanta aren't a good club, but they're not one of the big clubs. So it is surprising to see them have a player of that quality in their team. Theat just manages to intercept there, and Castrovilli now looking to get the ball forward. Gets it to Totino. What a ball that is from our new signing, but he just gives it away, and Demiral just gets in there, and we give the ball away after a wonderful ball. Yeboah is in here. It's probably going to be 2. It is 2, and that is very disappointing. That is very, very disappointing. I mean, Perez can't be at fault for that, but he is on the worst rating of our defence so far. And we need to really step things up here, because we are conceding goals very easily. We have been a very, very good team in both attack and defence all the way through the save. Monchi going for the wild, he hits the crossbar. We've been a very good team in terms of goals scored and goals conceded, but today, so far, we have been a little bit lacking, I've got to say. I'm a bit disappointed with our defensive efforts. I don't know, maybe this 3-man midfielder's got something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe our distribution needs to be changed. You know what? Let's have a quick look at our distribution. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I mean, that's probably not going to make the difference, but certainly putting it to the striker, putting it to the central defenders when they've got a striker and 2 attacking midfielders, probably not the best idea. Right, Karabak's had a poor game so far, but he does get the ball over to Sambia. Goes all the way back to Perez. Perez now into Monchu. Monchu going to be looking for ways to pick the lock and find another goal. Sambia gets it to Man. Man looking to cross it in. Instead, cuts back to Sambia. We're going to get a deep cross here. No, back to Monchu. Monchu into Dennis Mann. Dennis Mann, he just puts it out. Just puts it out. It's offside anyway. It's offside anyway. But as it stands, we will be losing our first game of the season. And I am not happy about that. We are better than this. Perez is going to come off. I'm immediately regretting that decision. Leo Greenwald's going to come on. And Castrovilli's not had a great debut. So I think we're going to bring Cataldi on as well. And we're going to go with those as the changes and see whether they can spark us into life. Hopefully they can. Hopefully we can push on and get another goal. We're going to demand more from the boys, because there is more to come from this team. We know this team is better than the performance they've just put out there. So let's go out there and let's show this Atlanta side that we are better than this current scoreline. We know we are. Worst case, we go attacking, which I think is going to happen sooner rather than later. They have made some substitutions as well. They're keeping with this shape. This shape is really frustrating, actually, because they've got a very, very good attacking shape. Right, we're going attacking. Let's get a goal. Let's get a goal. We have got a free kick now. Sambia looking for one of our players. It does get it to Totino, but it's really far out wide. Can Totino whip it in? Totino's gone down, in fact, and I think the referee is giving us a penalty. We're going to have a quick check here. Maybe Totino dived. Who knows? But it looks a little bit like a penalty to me. I still feel like we should have had a penalty for Luca in the first half. Doesn't matter anymore, though, because we have got the penalty. And it's going to be... Is it going to be Monchu to take? I can't remember who our penalty taker is now. I did change them. It is Monchu. Monchu to take, and it is 2-2. That is more like it. That is more like it. I am a happy bunny. Well, a relatively happy bunny. Dragowski, we need to do something, because a 6.1 for our goalkeeper is not good. He's had an absolutely shocking first game of the season. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Right, it's substitution o'clock. We've got one more substitution left. Who's the worst player on the pitch? It's the goalkeeper. I'm not taking a goalkeeper off, but I will take one of these attacking front 3 off. Again, Karabak has actually recovered. He had a really poor start to the game, but he has recovered as it's gone on. It's him and Dennis Mann who have had the worst games. I'm thinking we bring Rooney Bargi on. Move Totino over, and let's give Bargi his debut. Let's see how good he is today. Give him a 10-minute spell just to see whether he can get anything from us. Again, away from home, against a team like Atalanta, a draw isn't the worst result in the world. And I think that is where we're heading here. It looks like it's going to happen. It is going to happen. It is a draw in our first game. Do you know what? In all seriousness, that's a frustrating game, but away from home, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. We are going to be having words with Dragowski, though, because although he's had 2 really good seasons for us, I find it very difficult to just go in 2-footed on him. and just be like, you were awful. I kind of feel like I need to do that, though, because he needs to know that that cannot be the performance that he gets used to. But we did very, very well. Oh, Man City have declined to make an offer. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see whether he would go to anywhere else, because he seemed like he was dead set on going to City. If a smaller club meets his release clause, might be able to negotiate a new contract with him, which should be fine. Right, I'm going to go and have a shout at a couple of players. But secretly, I'm not that unhappy with the game, if I'm being completely honest with you. And then we'll be back for this game. We have got deadline day, actually. So if there's any drama on deadline day, I will bring it to you. But if I come back for the Sassuolo game, assume nothing happens. But I've got a feeling there might be just a little bit of drama. Maybe. Who knows? I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I seem to have misjudged things a little bit. So I assumed, because the game was on the 1st of September, that the transfer window would close on the 1st of September. It doesn't. Actually closes on the 2nd, so we won't do deadline day today. What we will do, however, is the group stage draw. Yay! So let's get into that and let's see what we get. Remember, last season we had... oh, God, I've forgotten exactly who we had. I know that we had Dortmund and PSG. I can't remember the last team. The last team were the whipping boys of the group. Everyone beat them, so yeah, if we can have an easier group than that, that'd be fantastic. So we're just going to draw the first group of teams in. Which pot are we in? Are we in the last pot? We're in the last pot, so let's do that. So first group, so A, Lyon, B, Real Madrid, C, Man City, D, Munich, E, Arsenal, F, AC Milan, G, Liverpool, H, Porto. I mean, straight away, A and H, they're the two. They are the two that we would want. So let's see whether we can get lucky. So the next group, again, not in this pot, we're in the final pot. So Group A, Leipzig, B, Inter, C, Juventus, D, Chelsea, E, PSG, F, Dortmund, G, Barcelona, H, Man United. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Out of all of those, Lyon. We know we can do a job against Leipzig, so I would take that group all day long. Porto group, not so much now. I'd actually, out of all of them, I'd take F as well. A, then F, then all of the others. Right, next teams. Salzburg, again, Group A. That's the one we've got to be looking for. Right, Group B, Rangers. Group C, Atleti. Group D, Ajax. Group E, Benfica. Group F, Sporting. Again, that's a group I would very much be looking forward to. Group G, Leverkusen. Group H, Shakhtar. Okay, I'm looking at Group H as well. I think we could do a job against Porto and Shakhtar. We could finish in the Champions League places in that group. If not, we could finish in the Europa League places. I'm also considering that with Group F, but definitely Group A has to be the one. So, it's Dynamo Kiev, by the way, the other group team in the group last year. Right. Football Manager Gods. Group A, por favor. Antwerp, get it. Okay. Group B. Not this one, please. Okay. Unlucky Kiev. Group C. Absolutely not. Under any circumstances do we have this group. Oh, thank God. Right, Spartak Moscow. Unlucky. Group D. Absolutely under no circumstances do we want this group. We don't get it. Fine. Group E. Would very much rather not have this group, though we did beat PSG last season. And to be fair, I don't know how good Arsenal are. That might be a nice group. But we're not going to find out. Right. I would tentatively take this group. We know we can beat Dortmund. We know we can beat Milan. I imagine we can beat Sporting. Not going to find out. Not this group. Not this group. It's us and Dinamo Zagreb. If we get this group, we finish third. There's no way we qualify from this group. Well, that's a group. And that a group. Oh, my word. And just to finish things off, Dinamo Zagreb get the final group. Oh, my word. That group is a dream. And that would have been great for us. But something tells me the aim is Thursday Night Football. I can't see us. I can't see us getting out of that group. I really can't. Oh, that is a Parma-handed tough group. Ain't that the truth? Oh, it's not quite the group of death that I can't remember who the other team is. Who's got the absolute group of death? It's this one, Spartak Moscow. Get the flights booked for the Europa League now, if I'm being honest. Not even the Europa League. Just get the flights booked back home. Man City, Juventus and Atleti. Oh, I'm glad we didn't have that group. That's something at least. Right, we're getting closer and closer to the Sassuolo game. again, unless any transfer drama happens in between now and then, we'll just get you to there. So, don't think we're going to have as good a Champions League as we did last season. Don't know why I've got that feeling, but I do. See you in a minute. I've literally just accelerated forward like a day, and this has happened. Man City have come back in. They have put the release clause in. The thing that annoys me is we put this in as an offer to them, but we added in a can we loan him back, please? I'm hoping that we could loan him back. But again, if we don't loan him back, it's not the end of the world. We have got players to cover it, and we'll get a bit of money in. But Martin, is there anything I can do? I mean, problem is the promise is for him to leave. That's the problem. Can anyone have a chat with him? Guys, does anyone know Martin? Does anyone know Martin? He's Austrian. Have we got any other Austrians in the squad? Any other Austrians? Greenwald, are you Austrian? You are. Can you have a chat with him? Club captain? He's not even the club captain. No. Anyone? No, I don't think it's happening. Alright. Well, watch this space. If he goes, I'll let you know. Okay, no more news on the Martin Rabo front, but we are here for the first home game of the season against Sassuolo. Hopefully we can get 3 points instead of 1 like we did in the last game. That is the plan. But this is the 11 we're going to be using, so hopefully get those 3 points. It's Dragowski in goal, Sambia, Ballo, Greenwald and Cambiasso in defence, with Monchu and Cataldi in the midfield, with Man, Karabek and Tino supporting Luca up front. We do have Martin Rabo on the bench to potentially make a farewell appearance, but he is currently playing for the under-20s because I forgot I'd put him to play for the under-20s, so he probably won't play. He's probably done. I would consider him done at this point. The only thing that saves us is if he gets an injury. I don't want to get one of my players injured to keep them, but if it ends up happening, it is what it is. It is what it is. In fact, you know what? I'm making an executive decision. Executive decision. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Right. Doesn't get to play. He doesn't even get to play in his what could be his final home game. He wants to leave. Let him leave, as far as I'm concerned. Let the man leave. So, Don Vito's on the bench. Hopefully, he gets a shout-out today. 15 years old. It would be a hell of a young age to make an appearance. But he's at a Serie B level, so in the nicest possible way. He wouldn't embarrass himself out there, I don't think. So, anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's get into the game against Sassuolo and hopefully get our first win of the season. Let's go. In retrospect, thinking about the last game, we did really well to come back twice. Yes, I would like to think we should have beaten Atalanta, but we had the chance to win a couple of times, but they very much had the chance to win that game as well. So for us to avoid defeat, snatch a draw from the jaws of defeat, I think is a very good result. And we've started off like a house on fire in this game, looking at the amount of chances we've had. We just need to start converting them, if that's okay. Cambiasso's having a great game, apparently, as well. Mind you, so is Kufal, their right back. So they must be having a nice little duel on that side. And Lorenzo Luca, for the second game in a row, gets a goal. It looks like it's a mistake from Vicario, their goalkeeper, but that doesn't matter. What matters is it's the ball in the back of the net for us, and it's a goal for Lorenzo Luca. It's awful. I mean, he's crowded by, I don't know who this is, number 5. Cataldi doing all of the work there to put him off. Fabulous. That is exactly what I want to see. And we lead by a goal to 0. And Karabek has gone down here, and they have a red card. Oh, it's like Christmas. Fabulous. Right, well, that makes me very happy. So, teams sometimes are a bit difficult to break down when they go down to 10 men, but they also sometimes don't have as much attacking gun. If you watch, I've said that now and I've completely jinxed us. Hopefully that is not the case, but I would imagine from this point on, it is just a case of can we put the ball in the back of the net again more than anything else. Right to Tino, into Monchu, into Dennis Mann. That's got to be 2. It is 2. It's a lovely goal, and Monchu gets his second assist of the game because the man is an absolute G. New club captain Monchu. I feel like you guys already know that, but just to reiterate, Cataldi has remained our vice captain, but Monchu has shot past him and become our captain. I would have liked it to be Leo Greenwald, but he's got no leadership attributes whatsoever. Otherwise, I would have liked to give it to him. Dragowski is definitely a contender for it at some point as well if we need to think of a new captain. We've got a few good leaders in this team. None spectacular, but that's fine. We don't need any spectacular ones. We just need guys who can get the team through. I'm talking like 13s, 14s, 15s on the ratings that matter, and we have got those in abundance. We're winning the football game, and I'm very happy about it. And Monchu has another corner, whipping it in, looking for Ballo, can't find him. But Karabakh is going to get on the end of it. Karabakh's had a decent game today, which I'm happy to see. He has struggled at times, but he also still looks like an absolute superstar. Oh, Monchu does well to get it off Esposito there. Dennis Mann now looking for options, gets it into Lorenzo Luca, into Totino, over to Cambiasso. Is he going to smash it? Oh, he didn't smash it. He tried to pass it into the back of the net, and he just misses it. Oh, I'm having a lot more fun with this game. Monchu now, looking for another assist. Luca's there. He gets his third assist of the game. Lorenzo Luca with his seconds. Lorenzo Luca is a bit of a lump of a player. He's a bit of a target man. He's got a bit of pace on him. He's actually a bit quicker than Sebastiano Esposito was, believe it or not. But he's just a bit taller, and we're not using him as a target man, but he can definitely do the target man thing, as was proven there. And he's good with his link-up play as well. He hasn't got the passing stats that really help with link-up play, but he certainly does have an effect when you put him on something like a deep line forward. He definitely does play there very well. Dennis Mann now gets the ball from Totino, looking to hold the ball up for support. Gets to Monchu, back to Dennis Mann. Dennis Mann tries to sneak it in, can't. And Kufal just launches it into the crowd. How dare he kick the ball at our players? What a rascal. Right, Monchu now, whipping it in, looking for head of Below. Below cannot get there at all. These far post corners aren't working as well as I hoped that they would. Below went for the worldie there and got nowhere near it. Got blocked by the players from Sassuolo. And it will remain 3-0. Oh, it's on the line. I don't know. Whose shot was that? I can't remember whose shot was that. It might have been Dennis Mann's. Can't remember. It happened a moment ago. I slept since then. Right, we're going to get in near to substitute o'clock. I don't know who to bring on, to be honest with you. I don't know who to take off, actually. It's probably more accurate. Man, Cataldi and Sambir are definitely the players who've had the worst games. So I feel like it's going to be a combination of those three. So substitution number one, I feel like we'll give... I don't really want to take Dennis Mann off because he's having a good game. We're going to take Totino. No, Totino's having a decent game. We'll bring Sambir off. Sambir off for Zappa. Let's get Zappa some football. Rooney Bargi's probably going to be the next player who comes on. In fact, we're going to make those two changes now. We'll get Rooney Bargi on, get him some football. Totino has played okay. He's not been spectacular, but he's done all right. But we'll get Rooney Bargi on. Rooney Bargi will do a good job for us, I think. Let's just push on, see if we can get another goal. Oh, it's a rare highlight for Sassuolo. They have a throw-in. Sobotka, he's playing for them. Bless him. I mean, he's probably not having a lovely time today, but it's good to see him nonetheless. And we just let them get the ball. What is going on here? I mean, if they'd have scored that, I'd have been fuming. Absolutely fuming. We're going to go attacking because we're just going to press them in this final period. We are set piece FC at the moment, and Below just hits the crossbar. It's a great opportunity, but it doesn't get converted. Right, final change. Final change. I know what I'd like to do, but... I mean, it's 3-0 up. We could probably do it. I'm thinking what we do is swap these two rounds, power back in the midfield, and we're going to bring Don Vito on for his debut. I think it would be his day. He might have played towards the end of the last season, actually. I can't remember. We're going to bring Don Vito on. The new Martin Rabo. Drop a bit of praise to the boys as well. We are playing well. Let's just see whether Don Vito can get some play. Right, Rooney Bargi has the ball on the left-hand side. Can he do some magic with it? Kinda. Do we count that as a pass? I don't know. I'm not sure it was meant as one. Right, Zappa has the ball here. He's going to try and hold the ball away for support. Gets it into Karabakh. And Karabakh, despite the fact that he's gone back to a more deep role, smashes it into the back of the net. I'm quite happy to see that. That's lovely stuff from Karabakh. Fabulous. We'll skip the highlight. We don't need to see the highlight. We know what happens. We know what happened, and we enjoyed it very, very well. I'm going to drop a bit more praise as well. Right, Zappa gets it to Luca, who's drifted out wide here. Zappa now looking for options. Gets it into Karabakh. Karabakh into Cambiasso. Cambiasso's the only man back at the moment, which is a bit of a concern. Right, Monchu. Oh, it's Dennis Mann. That's got to be 5. It puts it wide. Dennis Mann has been great in this game for everything other than the finish. But I think we're getting away with it, and we have won the game. I say get away with it. We won the game by 4-0. I think that counts as getting away with it. What a performance that is. Don Vito, I think, makes his first team debut. I can't remember whether we've already played him or not. We'll find out in a second if it comes up with youngest ever player. It might do. But that puts us up to 6th place after 2 games. 4 points on the board, which is great. No, he must have already played because it hasn't come up as a thing. So, there we go. Happy, happy days. Very, very happy with that as a performance. Right, as I mentioned, next day is going to be transfer deadline day. We'll just pat Monchu on the head for his 3 assists. The man's an absolute legend in that midfield. Right, When are we coming back? Well, when indeed. When indeed. I'm thinking we have to come back for at least one Champions League game. At least one Champions League game. So I'm thinking that we'll play the Liverpool game off camera. And then we'll come back for Barcelona and Roma in the month of October. Yeah. A fly. We'll come back for Barcelona and Roma. I think we'll do that, and we'll see how things are going there. I imagine not well, but we'll see what happens. But that feels like the best plan to me. I'm dwelling on that Champions League group, and yeah, we're gonna win the Europa League this year. Oh God. Anyway, that'll do. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, again, please do leave a like on the video. And please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more lovely, awesome FM content to come. I've been Stubo. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.